Week 1 of the 2022 NFL regular season begins on Thursday Night Football between the Buffalo Bills, who made it to the AFC Championship game, and the reigning Super Bowl winners, the LA Rams. Ka'ir Elam, the first-round pick out of Florida, picks off Stafford here, and it sets up the go-ahead touchdown to Stephon Diggs, and the Bills late in the ball game lead it 18-14 in LA. Under 2 minutes to go, Stafford needs a touchdown drive. He finds Kupp to begin the possession and Cooper Kupp to end the drive to give LA the lead with 35 seconds to go. Bills have one last-ditch effort with all their timeouts initially. 3rd and 8 on the final play of the game. Allen does not throw to the end zone. Incomplete, and the LA Rams claim game 1 on Thursday night. Both teams struggled to run the ball, but the Rams are just a little bit better with Stafford in a 21-18 win. Baker Mayfield faces Cleveland again with revenge on his mind. Panthers and Browns meet in week 1 of the regular season. The other quarterback on display was Jacoby Brissett. He was not very good in this game, setting up Carolina early. Mayfield finds Christian McCaffrey. Great to see him back into the fold. He spins for a 7-yard score, and there is plenty more where that came from for the Carolina offense. In the fourth quarter, up 13-0, Mayfield tosses this beauty. 11-yard score to DJ Moore, and a Panthers shutout, 21-0. Several teams were dealing with quarterback controversy during the offseason. In a battle of young QBs, Justin Fields battles Trey Lance, San Francisco and Chicago. Tarvarius Moore picks off Fields early and brings it back for 6 in his first career interception. But Fields would come back later in the half with this beautiful touchdown pass to Byron Pringle. Trey Lance would respond with a score of his own, and San Francisco leads on the road late in the ballgame. 20-16 San Francisco before Fields would march the offense down inside the red zone. And after this scramble to the 9 on 3rd and goal, he finds Darnell Mooney for the Chicago touchdown. Bears take the lead with under a minute to go. Trey Lance needs a miracle on the final play of the game, down by 3. A heave to the end zone, this to win it, and it's broken up in the end zone for San Francisco. Neither quarterback was great, but Fields was just a little bit better. Chicago 23, San Francisco 20. Pittsburgh also had a quarterback battle in the offseason and settled on veteran Mitchell Trubisky. No matter who it was, Joe Burrow would get the better of them early in this game with a couple of touchdown passes to put Cincinnati up 14-0. Trubisky did find some late half magic with this score and got a big break from the defense. Terrell Edmonds picks off Burrow and brings it back 50 yards for a touchdown to tie the game. Steelers tack on a field goal, but Joe Burrow in the fourth quarter, it's hard to deny the excellence of this man. He throws to Joe Mixon, who had over 100 yards on this day, but on first down to the red zone, Burrow is picked off by Cameron Sutton, and the Pittsburgh Steelers go into Cincinnati and stun their division rival in a 17-14 road win. A decent day for Mitchell Trubisky, but Burrow was just not himself in this Week 1 loss. 17-14 Steelers. Game of the week out of South Florida between New England and Miami. Eric Rowe got the scoring going early with a 77-yard Miami pick 6. Dolphins lead 7-3 after 1. Jones was brilliant throughout the game, and here's his first big highlight. Devontae Parker reels it in. 60-yard pass, good for 6, and a New England lead. Tagovailoa was pretty darn good too, as his touchdown to the running back puts him up 14-10. But just one play later, Kendrick Bourne races 74 yards to the Miami 1, capped a play later by a go-ahead Patriots touchdown. Off his back foot, Tagovailoa is pretty good on this day. Good for 50, and Miami's up 21-17. Damiere Byrd reels in 2 touchdown passes on the day, and the Patriots are up 24-21. Off his back foot, almost better than his front foot. 52 yards to Tyreek Hill. He finished the day with 118 yards and a touchdown on 4 catches. 28-24. Jones back to the air and deep to Nelson Aguilar, the former Philadelphia Eagle, and the Patriots would cap it off with a Bird touchdown, 31-28. Dolphins had 2 chances to get back in front. Here's the second chance. Fumble at the 34-yard line, picked up by the Patriots to win the game. Cedric Wilson, the former Cowboy, loses the rock, and Mac Jones ices the win for New England off his back foot with this deep ball yet again to Nelson Aguilar. The two quarterbacks combined for over 600 yards passing in the opener, but Jones was just a little bit better in a New England win. Patriots 31, Dolphins 28. Not quite a shootout from Nashville between Tennessee and the New York Football Giants. Daniel Jones would get on the board early with this touchdown pass to Sterling Shepard. Giants up 7-0. Derrick Henry finished the day second in the league in rushing with 24 carries for 93 yards in that touchdown. It wouldn't be a Giants game without a sack loss fumble from Daniel Jones, but Tennessee couldn't respond. Tannehill is picked off at the 18-yard line. Giants need a field goal for the lead, and their kicker would be on the way and just a little bit left. And that kick gives the Titans a chance, and Randy Bullock would deliver. Just over a minute to go, Bullock from 47. It's good with room to spare, so now the Giants need one final miracle. Daniel Jones, not a very smart play, throws inbounds to Saquon Barkley, and the Giants lose it. It's a 16-13 Tennessee win as they avenge the tough taste in their mouth from their playoff loss last year. The Chargers wish they could have made the playoffs last season, but they get the chance to beat the team that knocked them out, the Las Vegas Raiders, and they did it on both sides of the ball in Week 1. 21-10 lead, and the Chargers stopped the Raiders not once on fourth down, make it twice on fourth down as Jacobs is denied. The LA Chargers beat their division rival by the final score of 27-10. Kansas City Chiefs, Arizona Cardinals from the desert. Kyler Murray did some homework for this defense as he finds DeAndre Hopkins, and the Cardinals lead 14-0 in the first quarter. But Mahomes is pretty darn good, especially when he's down. Edwards-Helaire scores his first of 2 touchdowns here. Sack, forced fumble by Willie Gay, picked up by Carlos Dunlap for an 81-yard Chiefs touchdown to tie it at 14 going into the half. In the third quarter, Mahomes was on his A game. Deep ball from 42, not to Tyreek Hill. That one to Mecole Hardman, and the Chiefs are in front. Then to seal a Chiefs win. This is Clyde Edwards-Helaire for his second rushing touchdown. Kansas City scores 28 unanswered and knocks out the Cardinals 28-14. Sunday Night Football, Tampa Bay and Dallas. Tom Brady finished the day second in the league in passing with 350 yards and 2 touchdowns on 83% completions. Dak Prescott was nowhere near as good, throwing the ball away on third down here. And for his Buccaneer debut, good for 128 yards on 9 catches, and that touchdown, it's Julio Jones for 6. The Buccaneers make a statement on opening night with a 28-0 road win against the Dallas Cowboys. Potentially a sign of things to come for Dallas. Monday Night Football, and Russell Wilson, now of the Broncos, plays his former team in Seattle and down 7-0 early in the game. The offense was brilliant beginning in the second quarter. Starting running back Javonte Williams ties the game at 7. And then on third down and 12, Wilson dials up the deep ball. While it's not a completion, it is a penalty flag, and a big one too, against Artie Burns on a 52-yard infraction, capped off a few plays later on his second score by Williams. 14-7 Denver, and Rashad Penny, the former Aztec of San Diego State, ties the game. In the fourth quarter now, Wilson to try and ice a win on this possession. Instead, on a third down and 4, off his back foot is incomplete, and the Broncos are forced to punt. Or are they? It's a roughing the kicker penalty on Marquise Blair. Broncos get another chance. Williams, and later in the drive, Melvin Gordon would not be denied. Here he gets a big break of another penalty, this one a face mask on Seattle. And to walk off Week 1 of the regular season, Denver wins the game with the field goal. 17-14, the Broncos are winners on Monday night. 6 other games cap off Week 1 of the NFL season. Jameis Winston goes for 337 yards in a New Orleans win over Atlanta. Jalen Hurts goes berserk in a victory over Detroit. Indianapolis knocks out Houston 34-31 behind the league's leading rusher Jonathan Taylor. Big day out of Ravens rookie Kyle Hamilton with 7 tackles and an interception in a Baltimore win. Jacksonville knocks out Washington behind 268 yards from youngster Trevor Lawrence. And finally, Green Bay defeats Minnesota. Randall Cobb, who needs Devontae Adams, he was good for the Packer win. There's all the scores from week 1 of the season and the players of the week. Jalen Hurts was fantastic for Philadelphia. Same with Lamar Jackson for Baltimore. That's week 1 of the 2022 season.